So, welcome or welcome back. How the artists you come across and you feel, this only happens in the movies, or you read in a blog and you're like, I'm not sure this happened to real people. My name is Azom Tachimizi and I'm here to tell you of a true life story. Once upon a relationship, my man who spent the weekend with me wedded another woman the next weekend. Like, I left this Saturday and next Saturday he wedded another woman. The wrong mystery. So you're probably wondering how we got here. Because we're all getting to know each other on this platform, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background. So I'm the kind of person that things that excite other girls don't really excite me. I am all for the good things of life, yes. But when I really want to give myself a treat, I am somebody who loves a quiet environment. I love nature, I love to travel, I love adventure. It's either I take myself or I go with just one person. I'm not really a crowd person. So this time I had finished with school and I felt like traveling, just going somewhere far away from my rendezvous. So I got in touch with my man in quotes. So I told him my plans. I needed a place to just, what do we call it now? A personal time, but not within my environment. I had no plans of coming to his place and it was not about the money. I just needed to be in a place where I know someone. I don't know if you get it. Maybe for security reasons, as it just be that someone knows where you are, or in case something is happening, there's at least someone you can, call on. Please get your jotazo, because there are little things that we overlook. The signs are there, but you might misread it as something good for you. As I'm gisting you, you're going to be picking 18 or 2. So I called him up. He agreed with the arrangement, and that was my first surprise because I was coming and I said I wanted a place away from his place, and he agreed to it. That was even my initial fear that maybe he will not agree. How would you come to this place when I have enough rooms? But to my greatest surprise, he didn't even argue, he just obliged. Eyebrow number 1 that I raised. I was to stay there for a few days. The day came and I traveled. There were a few hiccups as we were commuting, but I eventually got there late. While I was on my way, he kept calling, and when I got there, he was on ground to pick me up. Wow, beautiful. Took me to the place he had booked for me. There were a few things that were not in place, and he promised to check for a better place the next morning because it was already late. So I spent the night there. By morning, he was out like, this is a business person, but he just made out time. The kind of attention I got on this trip, like the kind of care and attention to details, like if he had asked that period, I would consider saying a yes because it's a bit of a new person that I'm seeing here. By the next morning, he already booked a new place. It was way better than what I had last night. All I needed was just to have my space. Like I had a good view from the window. I could see the pool. I don't know if you get it. That's my kind of vibe. I just like serenity. Take those times to, hibernate, like get better, to get back into the world. The kind of attention that I got, it really had me and he wasn't stressing me. You know how young men can be. He wasn't insisting on passing the night. He wasn't just disappearing on me. He would go about his business, but still make sure he called to check on me. Have you eaten? Placing orders for me. So sometimes during the day, I'll go for walks. I visited some public places also, to just get acquainted with the environment. So on one of those occasions of going on walks, I bumped into my relative, like my auntie. You feel like you went to a place where nobody knows you, then you bump into your own person. Well, I was happy, but I felt a bit of, okay, you don't catch me. So she was happy to see me. She invited me over. She was also living around that vicinity. So the next day I went to visit. I went in the afternoon and I stayed there through evening. And my man, already finished from the office. Because I was there, he was also closing early. So he was calling, asking, when are you coming back? It's getting late. I don't want you to be out late. He really showed concern. Notify me when you are ready to leave so I'll come pick you. I don't want you to be out in the streets alone. When I finished, before I could get to the estate gate, he was already driving in. He met with my auntie. She was all smiley and happy for me, thinking I know my auntie said she already married me up to this person. You know how aunties can be. So she was giving me this mischievous smile. How do I explain to her that there's really nothing serious going on? It's just me. My being here was just my choice. I want my proposal. Like, I'm not here because of him, really. On our way back, he informed me that, okay, today is Friday, you have to leave the next day. I know you are here to hibernate according to you, but at least let's like sit out this evening. I said, okay, cool. Provided we're not going anywhere far. Like, I really wasn't in for any noisy thing. I already mentioned that his place is around that environment too. So it happened that someone called him and he forgot what he was supposed to come out with to give to that person. Pay attention to eyebrow number 2 that I raised. He already suggested we were going to hang out. And for some reason, he didn't know how to like go to the house to pick that thing up for his friend without me going with him. And it's just me and you here. And your house is just there. And we are driving. So it didn't make any sense for him to look for a way to discharge me to get to the house. I was a bit suspicious, but I didn't take it seriously. I just felt like, okay, he was just respecting my wish to, stay away from his house. I urged him all that we go together, pick it up, since we're not going there to waste time. I mean, is this not the house that I know before now? What's up? He was a bit hesitant, but then he didn't have a choice. So we went there. I got into the house. It was empty. I have been there before. So I moved around the sitting room into the kitchen. I was like, oh, this house, you still have this, you still have that. And my dad was like, let's go. Like, bro, chill. Are you being haunted? He was so hasty in picking up. Hello, what's going on? We left that evening. I went to this place where we were supposed to deliver the thing to his friend, and which is also the place we had to hang out. So his friend was there, I was there, and him too. Eyebrow number 3 that I raised. You know how guys can be like, they might know that you are married and still see you with another babe and play along, but this guy saw me and it was as if I was the devil himself. Like, I'm not even sure he responded to my greeting. The sight of me upset him so much he couldn't pretend until we left that environment. With the music, the refreshments and everything, I didn't even know how to feel because you've not met me before. Why are you so upset? This was Friday night. I was to leave the next morning. Early in the morning, he was already there to pick me, helped me pack, drove me to the terminal, got my tickets, made sure I was comfortable. Oh, do you need the window unit? Oh, where would you like to sit? Bought things for me to snack on my way back. Very impressive. Like, in my head, I was like, what's going on? Did the spirit minister to you, or you taking classes on relationship? I left that Saturday, but trust me, women, women, somehow we always know. I'll get back to this point. So I was hoping for the best, but I knew that this is not the person that I know. Something is definitely, there's something not adding up. Never for once thought there was something so big. He was in touch with me till I got back home. I think it was the next day he texted me and there's something I want to tell you. I said, okay. That's something he needs to tell me till today. That was it. I was blocked. Just stay with me. I was somehow shocked because, like, what could it be that you cannot tell me? Why would you block me? I will not beat you. Okay, I'm not even in your presence anymore. We are now far apart. I was not so shocked because I already got a glimpse of what was going on. Don't worry, I'll tell you everything and how I got my dots that I added together. Okay, so I didn't tell you that this person, we are connected by a relative. There's this lady that likes me so much, telling me about his brother that he's going to marry me, that kind of thing. So you know how these things happen, you just brush it aside. When I eventually met with this brother, he was so all over me, like this guy now. So that was the genesis of it all. That was how we got acquainted, like got to the talking stage. I wasn't really getting him like that. And then distance was playing its role. So that was why I wouldn't say we had something so serious. For me, we are still in that stage of talking or getting to know each other. Back to that week, I traveled home for something. How you get home and you're asking about how is this person, how is that person. So I asked about this particular lady that likes me so much. I was told she went for her brother's wedding. Let me put it the exact way the news was broken to me. So the person I met told me, you know, say that your guy now, he dey wed today. they married today. A few minutes, I didn't know what to say. Like, I didn't want it to show that I was shocked or I was lost for words. I was dumbfounded. I did have my suspicions that something was not adding up, but not something as big as getting married. Not going to do small thing or somebody said, like a full society wedding happening that day. Like, he's a big guy. He's someone who is buoyant. I didn't know how to feel because I'm not telling you that I was with this person last month or last year. I was with this person last Saturday. This person who was loving and doting on me last Saturday was officially getting married to another woman, like officially wedding another woman this Saturday. There were a few reasons why I wasn't so shocked. I had some receipts, okay? Which I advise that you do from time to time. Please check, please snoop. You might just find something. Most times your intuitions are right. And everything to God, or even my relationships, even my trips, I put them in the hands of God. Pray that the Spirit of God helps you to discern. Like, I didn't feel so bad because nothing happened on that trip. How I got my receipts leading up to that time was that on one of those occasions when he visited me where I was lodged, he left his phone on the table where I was. I think he went down to get something, and I used my phone to call my number in his phone just to see what my number is saved with. And there it was. My number was saved with a man's name. Okay, maybe you've heard something like this before. The second thing that happened was that, have you noticed that me that have been receiving all of this attention, my name was saved with a man's name? So I had to go search, okay, for something like baby or sweetheart, and I did find something. Please judge me at Snoop if you can. I found a particular number and I added it to my WhatsApp, and voila, there it was. This number had a DP, like the display picture there, the person's profile picture was a picture of her and my man, pre-wedding photo. You know me, I don't react easily. Like, if I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I may not even bother. I'm not all for altercations. I'm out of the picture. Why bother? Why kill yourself? Why fight? I really had evidence that something was amiss, right? So I still gave him the grace of saying something. So, well, what I got was blocking. Guess what? The picture of the girl there happened to be someone he had showed me in the picture the time I first visited him. And that person kept calling. He told me that this was his ex who was trying to get back to him. Question mark number what? Please, when you are getting into a relation, make sure there are no crazy exes. There are no exes hanging around or fake exes. That was not all. In that same profile picture, the lady in question was heavily pregnant. Judging from the size of her belly, I could attest that this could have been like a month after I left, that this ex, who he's now going to wed, took in. I kept my cool since, I mean, what kind of closure can I be seeking again? I am bringing this gist now because it's about that time of the year again when people come home for one festival, one occasion or the other. There's something I missed out. The times he was with me, there were also calls that he was receiving. The lady already traveled to her hometown. Those calls was him discussing with the father or somebody there who was taking care of the traditional rites. So that guy that you meet in one event this period, ask him, well, why relax so much? He could be home to settle umunna. Do not fall for it. Be careful out there. Do with this gist what you may. Shine your eyes. When he starts showing you sign of what you don't know him as, you're visiting him and he's acting haunted in his own space. This person is my ex, but she keeps calling. Shine your eyes. Sometimes dial your number in your man's phone and find out what it is saved as. If you have access to his phone, check for other names that are fishy. They could be fishy indeed. How did I feel about it all? Of course, I felt betrayed, gaslighted, but I still appreciated God that happened. This is someone who was going to wed next week and still had room to entertain another woman. I don't know how I'll feel if I am the wife or the fiancé. For me, that's not my kind of man. I don't have any regrets at all. If you've experienced this kind of thing, you don't need to kill yourself. Like, just move on. There's no need of fighting. Imagine if I didn't even go on that trip, I would have had this assumption that there is someone I'm talking to and he might still be in touch with me, giving me false hopes. I mean, look at me today. Have I died? Like, run away next time. I am rooting for you. Bye.